Hey guys, just wanted to take a moment to walk you through the photo gallery here on this listing page. There's a number of things that we're referencing in the write-up of the property, and there's some notes that we made on these photos. Unfortunately, this is a new photographer who we're dealing with out here in Pahrump, and I feel like there's not a good sense of geography in the photos as far as what is where, how far is that from the property, is it on the property? I think some of the photos are confusing. So it took me a while to kind of figure out some of these things. So I just wanted to walk you guys through this. Additionally, here's the property right here off of Sandblas. If we zoom in, if you're down here and you point the camera in this direction, it's going to look like it's in the middle of nowhere. If, however, you point the camera in this direction, you're going to see what I argue, which is that this is in fact in the path of development. So just to give you guys a better sense of what exactly we're showing you here in the photo gallery, I have made this video. Here we go. So photo number one, home site nearby at Glen Cove and Newby. Now, when I first saw this, I thought this thing was like 10 feet away, and then I had to look on the map and figure out where it was. So here's the subject property. Here's Glen Cove and Newby. So this is the house that the photographer had taken a picture of. The reason I'm including it in the gallery is simply as a demonstration of the fact that these utilities that we're talking about, these city utilities, they exist out here. Number one, obviously, you can see the power and the phone lines. You can see the kind of underground utility box right here, as well as kind of running down the street. There are some others. So the point is, it's a nice single-family residence that's here very close by to the subject property. And in the way that this has been developed, I anticipate you would be able to develop a home site on the subject property as well. Now, the next photo that we have here in the gallery is this just sort of random sewer grate cover. I told them to get, photos of any sort of utilities, and they come back at me with this. This is fine. It is, however, a little disconnected from the rest of the photo gallery. So I just want to show you guys where exactly this is. In the photo, we say that this is at the corner of Newby and Glen Cove. If you zoom in here on the map, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Ah, look at that. Now, more to the point, and what I wish had been demonstrated better in the photos, is that just sort of looking at this road right here, and you guys can do this in your free time. You can just kind of take Google Maps and kind of move around on it like this. But if you start driving down the street, what you're going to see is there are some very nice single-family residences that are built in this road. And obviously, again, you've got the utilities out here. You've got, obviously, power, phone, internet going to these homes. These people aren't using wells. They've got city utilities, etc. And as you explore this little neighborhood right here, you can see exactly what kind of development is occurring out here, not too far from the subject property. Now, speaking of the subject property, let me just go back to that for a second. So that one obviously is not on this road, on this Glen Cove Road. It is 2 roads over here on Sandblas. So, if you're looking at this saying, okay, well, this road's built up. How built up is Sandblas? What should I expect from that? First thing I want to bring your attention to here are these 2 homes. Now, I think it's actually 3 in reality. I think the satellite photo predates the, predates what's built out there right now. But if you go through the photo gallery here, you'll see the next photo that we have are the home sites at the corner of Sandblas and Newby. And again, Sandblas and Newby is right here. Point being, you can also see that these are some pretty nice homes that have been built out here. Obviously, they have all these city utilities running to them. So the subject property is roughly 900 feet from these developed home sites here along Sandblas. And of course, we very helpfully, look at this, guys, drew a circle and an arrow to give you a sense of that. You're looking right here at Gravel Road. Obviously, the utilities are not extended out this far. If we go to the subject, if we go to the map right here, which you'll see, as far as power goes, nearest power, I'm clocking it at about 200 feet away. It's not exactly along Sandblas, but it is right here between Aura Ave and Sandblas Ave. So it is roughly, if we right-click and measure distance, roughly about 200 feet to power, and about 900 feet just up the road to where the sort of city utilities, water, sewer, etc. have ended. So likely not difficult to get extended out this far. I would not be surprised if the local utility companies did not already have some sort of plan to begin extending them out that far in anticipation of development. So this is what I was talking about earlier. There's some nice, very picturesque scenery out here in Pahrump, just like there is in all of Nevada. It's, I'm sure, lovely to wake up to these kind of majestic foothills every day. That being said, if you only exclusively point the camera in that direction, it's going to look like it's, no man's land. So we move these photos up in the gallery just to kind of give you a sense of this being the subject property right here. Those are the power lines I was just referencing, kind of, one road over, or halfway over, I should say. And this is that development that I was kind of taking you down when we're driving down the street right there. So those are the nearby homes, etc. And as we go through the gallery, you'll get, more sense of the property itself. Of course, very flat, very arid climate out here, so easy to build on, easy to park on, etc. And again, more shots of the nearby homes, more shots of the power lines. This looks like it's being taken from the subject property. Obviously, it's not. Obviously, he went across the street and took these photos. But at the very least, you can see what kind of power lines are available out here and get an even better sense of just kind of built-up homes that are out here. Now, of course, additionally here in the gallery, we also have the overhead drone shots with the property outline, which will give you a sense of the sort of exact footprint of the land. And again, its proximity to this encroaching neighborhood over here. Anyway, guys, I will let you explore this on your own time. This is just something that I did want to take the time to point out to you because when I first looked at the photos, it confused me a little bit as to what was where. So just wanted to take the time to show you guys that. Anyway, hope that was helpful. Of course, if you have any comments, questions, comments, leave them here on YouTube or just shoot us an email, support@hemingwayland.com. Thanks as always.